Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So, we were waiting for pullbacks pretty much all day yesterday, and it didn't really materialize. So, I think it's safe to say that we have cleared this 32,176 and 32,107 area. And remember, that was a previous breakout. That to me is a consolidation area. So, sort of longer term, that was a consolidation. We haven't had a retest of it. I'd want to see a retest of it, and that's kind of the view that I've got. So high level, I'm looking for us to tag this measured move up here of 32,692, pull back onto structure down here at 32,176, start building a base, and then move to 33,464. Okay, that's long term. Obviously not going to happen in 1 week, but it has been pretty volatile the last 3 weeks. Big down, consolidation, another big down, followed by a big up, and now we're busy with a big up. So one thing that concerns me on the 8 hour, look at my oscillators, they are grouping quite horribly. And if you look here, similar kind of thing happens, and then we start drifting sideways with a big spike to the upside. So that's kind of the price action that I would expect. Is a bit of sideways and then a spike up, and then sort of either a longer consolidation or alternatively a fairly deep pullback, and with another opportunity to buy lower down. Anyway, let's get on to the time frames that we can trade today. We can't really trade the 8 hour. A couple of things that concern me. If you start looking at the 3 hour, you can see we had a range bar, pin bar, and then what we've just closed now is what I'm going to refer to as an exhaustion bar right now. Bottom line is it's all green, so it is what it is. Follow the trend. Trend is up at the moment. We are too far away from the moving averages for me to get excited about jumping into this, but the levels that I've been watching for entries have not materialized, and it does that. It really does do that occasionally. And it's often a battle with yourself, because the fear of missing out is always an emotion which gets in the way. And a lot of times, especially new traders, is you're so concerned about watching the charts and forgetting about getting on with your own life. And what you need to do is actually understand that what's happening, get your levels in, get your alerts in. If your alerts get triggered, then you're in. Then you come down, quickly have a look at the chart, see what's transpiring. You only need to watch it for 15-20 minutes to actually see what's going on. Maybe an hour sometimes, I suppose. It just depends if it's how far away your limit is. Not your limit, sorry, your alert. But bottom line is, if you do that, you're not watching the chart all the time, and you can enjoy life, or carry on working, or, whatever you're doing, and just pay attention to it when it comes back to structure. So it's just kind of the way I like to do things. Okay, so let's just put some context here. So we had this, what was looking like a double top, and I said to you yesterday, it needs to break below and test it for it to be a double top. But at the same time, I was also looking at this area here for a retest. So that area was 31,668. Obviously that didn't materialize. I suppose if you took a stab here based on inside bar, engulfing bar there on the hour with a stop below, probably would have been the right decision. Okay, not the rules for my entry. As I said, I often say I don't like trading ranges. I'm not a good range trader, and I tend to lose more than I make on ranges. So I wait for the structure, and the structure for me was 31,668. That didn't materialize. We then had a few other structures, and I'm going to keep those to you on the 15 minute. So 32,107 didn't materialize really. not 107, but it was basically this high here, which is 31.56 or 31.55, and that also didn't come back and test. So sorry, here's the other one here. So 3200 was the first area that we're looking to test. That didn't happen. And then 32,155, and naturally that didn't happen either. So yeah, missed out on most of this. Doesn't really matter. And hindsight being a perfect science again, at 11:15, that was a decent entry, but it wasn't something I was waiting for. Definitely wasn't something I was waiting for. So not watching the chart 24/7, so you're going to miss these kind of entries, but that was definitely something on the offer there, and that itself would have been a 60-point risk for 450 odd points. Anyway, what we're looking for today, let's just get back to the structure. So first structure is 32,156. That's what I'm looking for. So that 32,155 is an area that I wouldn't mind seeing a pullback onto. I think we've got some gaps there as well, by the looks of things. No, we don't. Bear with me a second while we just check the 5 minutes to make sure we don't have any gaps. Oh, there's one right there. Okay, so between this bar and that bar, ignore the tail, there is a 5 minute gap there. That is somewhere around 32,182. So that's kind of my view at the moment. It's long, it is, there's no doubt about that, but I don't really want to be long in an area of consolidation like this. So pullback, it would be nice to see a pullback down to this area here, which is 32,155 or 32,156. Anywhere in that area within 2 or 3 points, that would be an opportunity for me to be long. And stop is going to be below one of these fractals, and for me it'll be below the range. I'm confident enough that it's moving up. Even if it does come back into the range, it's probably going to offer another opportunity to buy rather than get out of the trade. And this is my target, 32,690. So 32,690 is a target, and just bear in mind 32,700 may also be on the card as well. It's sort of a round number. But that's kind of my view at the moment. Definitely looking to buy. There's no reason why we should be selling. Trend is up at the moment, and that's kind of my view. And the only way I'm going to be buying is on the pullback. So buy the dips. As soon as it dips onto structure, that's my cue to buy into this, and that's going to be the mentality through the day. So alerts will go in after the videos basically, and 32,160 would be my alert, and because that'll give me enough time, price gets there, just to hop in, see what's going on and place the trade. And what we'll also do is basically look for another alert on the 15, which would be this gap here, 32,185 area, just so we can see what's transpiring. Anyway guys, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.